Welcome back, everybody. Market analytics. This is the second video analytics of the day. This time the Aussie versus the Canadian dollar. Guys, take a look at the move we've had ever since the beginning of the session today, and that of course comes right after what happened here yesterday. Now this is explosive stuff, guys. You remember we pulled the trigger here probably about a week ago, right? When price was coming off the very bottom here, right? It took the previous low. It kind of threatened 88.90, but not really, because it quickly came back up. And when it crossed over 89.49, that was our trigger, right? That's where we got in. Now, it took, well, we watched the Aussie Canadian here drift sideways for a while, and then we've seen a strong drop, right? Which was a little bit concerning. However, we knew that we felt very strongly, let's just say we felt very strongly that this was a technical correction to the first upside segment, which means a local technical correction, right? We also knew that we have our, last line of resort, so to speak. We knew that the 88.90 here, that's the end of the road, right? If price is going to break below that level, we're going to get out. I mean, it's either that or the stop loss level, right? Whichever comes first. But we were confident that the 88.90 is strong enough to hold. And we thought, typically price could have a bit of a downside correction. That's normal. But it has to stay within the limits of, what I've just defined here, right? 88.90 should have been the end of the road. The fact of the matter was that we actually were relying on 89.33 to hold, which it didn't, right? It actually failed. At that point, we were hoping that this was just a noisy move and not a genuine breakdown. And I think that was the case. Looking at the Aussie Canadian right now, this seems to be the case, unless of course it's going to pull back down by the end of the day. But if it's not going to do that, and if it's going to continue pushing upwards, then of course that was exactly what it was: a technical correction, an overshooting on the downside, a false breakout. It wasn't really a breakout; it was a false breakout, and price is coming back up. And now it's probably going to gear up, towards the upper section. And now I'm talking about the blue system, right? That was the original setup, right? This was the setup that's the setup we're playing out, essentially. So we think that, price is back. We're back in business, basically. And as you can see, we're still here, right? There's where we entered, and we're closing in. The price is closing in on our entry level. From this point, we'll just continue to watch and see whether the Aussie Canadian can continue this really lovely positive momentum and head straight to 90.84. As a matter of fact, that's our price target, guys. And that is our final destination in this, what we call short-term type of trading opportunity, Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Beyond that point, we do have a longer-term kind of outlook. But for now, we would like to focus on the short-term cycle and to focus on that 90.84 level. So, it should be fascinating to see how things will unfold here. We'll watch out very, very closely and come back to report. That's about that for this one. That's about it for today. Forex Market Analytics. We'll be back tomorrow. Take care.